President Trump signed an executive order changing the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America back on his first day in office. Newsrooms, Google Earth, and Meta, meaning Facebook, Apple, have gone along with the change. The Associated Press has not. And that set off a war with the White House. Reporters from AP are now banned from the Oval Office and Air Force One, from the press pool. They still get to go into the White House briefing room. Well, those just happen to be the two places, Air Force One and the Oval, where Trump's map is so proudly displayed. Colby Hall, founding editor of Mediaite, NewsNation contributor, joins us now. Who's being petty in this, Colby?
I mean, honestly, at first, it's a perfect example of Trump administration 2.0, right? It looks silly. It's like performative theater. It's political theater. And, you know, it's sort of a made-up thing. That said, honestly, there's reason to be really concerned. It's a dangerous precedent. So ultimately, I think the White House is kind of strong-arming the AP, which is an international. They don't serve to, you know, to express fealty to the president. And the fact that they're being punished is a real threat to the First Amendment.
Yeah, it's interesting you say a threat to the First Amendment, because the AP said that. It's alarming that the Trump administration would punish AP for its independent journalism, limiting our access to the Oval Office based on content of AP's speech, not only severely impedes the public's access to independent news, hogwash, it plainly violates the First Amendment. If it violates the First Amendment, sue. The truth of the matter is, it doesn't violate the First Amendment. The AP does not have a right in the Constitution to be in the Oval Office. They have the right to print what they want, which they are doing.
It's a fair point, but I think it's fairly clear that the White House communications team is punishing the AP and sending a clear message that, you know, you express
the Biden administration punished news outlets all the time. They just weren't, frankly, they just weren't obvious and transparent about it. At least the Trump team is saying, hey, this is what we don't like.
Well, I think that's a very generous description that's generous to the Trump administration. This is just flat out. The Trump administration is like, the AP doesn't like that we are labeling this international body of water what we want to do, what we want to call it, and therefore you no longer have access. I think it's real concerns. Now, you know, Axios just announced that they are bending the knee and they're going to call it Gulf of America. The whole thing is sort of silly, and it's created perfectly to create this sort of conflict. And it's a win for the Trump administration, right? Like this is...
No, look, Trump is masterful, unbelievably masterful at getting his enemies to do things that make them look bad. Like it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal superpower. Examples of name changes: Squaw Peak, Pesquana Peak in 2008, McKinley to Denali in 2015 by Obama, Bragg to Liberty. That was done in 2023 by the Biden administration, and the AP went along with all of those. Now, they're trying to parse this about whether it's an international body of water or whether the president has naming rights, but it does kind of look like they're trying to hold up Trump.
You know, I think there's a distinction there. I think, you know, if it's an international body of water and you're a global news source, then you need to reflect, you know, sort of the global audience that is paying for their service. Fort Bragg was named after a Confederate general who, you know, was a treasonous. So, like, I can argue that. I think Denali and Squaw, I think there's a better argument there that it looks sort of weird. But again, imagine Kamala Harris is elected president, and by fiat executive order, she says that every news organization has to use pronouns. And NewsNation thinks that's dumb because it is dumb, and you don't use pronouns, and NewsNation is out.
Well, there's a distinction between not being allowed in the White House, right? Not being allowed in the Oval. AP still in the White House.
But the concern is the precedent.
We got Colby. We got to go, or I'm going to run out of time. Thank you. Have a great weekend, my friend. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.